Do you think specialisation in sport is important at any age group or a specific age group? If so, when would you be getting players, athletes to specialise in a sport?
Yeah, it's a good point. I think, yeah, in order for elite sport to progress, you do need to specialise. I think it's difficult to kind of be very broad for your entire playing career. It's difficult because there are nuances to the game when you get to the elite level that aren't transferable. Hockey is a faster sport than football, for example. We play with 18 players or 16 players instead of 11 that you would play in football. So you run for longer in hockey than you do in football. And rugby, for example, transferring the teamwork that you need for rugby into another sport is difficult. I guess it depends on the individual when they're ready to focus. For some, I've seen some kids who, at the age of 14, all they want to do is play hockey. And you try and encourage them to do other things, but no, all I want to do is hockey. If I was to pick an age, I'd probably say ideally somewhere between 16 and upwards would be 16 would be the absolute minimum that I would consider to be, that's when you start to refine the sport that you're playing on.
In our coaching specials, I spoke to the Austrian women's hockey coach, Chris Faust, German. He coaches Austria. It's also at East Grinstead in Dorset.
Oh yeah, nice.
And he was saying that the Austrians stopped doing stuff below under 14 because those young players, those kids, were burnt out when they got to the senior team. So there's no point in keeping them in because they've had 10, 15 years of international career. Let them have fun with their clubs. Let them try things and have that freedom. He was saying. So he's broadly agreeing with you. So at this point of our recordings, we're generally getting somewhere between 14 and 16. A lot of people are saying.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I mean, it depends on the individual, but yeah, I can agree with that. I mean, 14, you're still separating those. Like I said earlier, at 14, you've still got that transition between junior hockey and senior hockey, and it's a delicate balance because even some of the greatest players I've seen who are juniors, at 14, they're still unsure whether they want to play the game because now they're being told to step away from this comfortable, safe area, and they look across at the other side of the pitch, and there's these really scary people the other side of the pitch who are faster than them, stronger than them, been playing the game for years. And we're telling them, yeah, just go along and play. You're right. You're good. And I think that's a really crucial time, 14, to make that transition. And so, it's so easy for them to go, no, actually, I want to go and play this other sport at that age. So yeah, between 14 and 16, I would say is probably the right time to go, right, now you really need to be thinking about focusing it because you're really good. And it's this moment in time. I mean, their bodies are still forming, right? And their brain is still going. I mean, your brain still is forming up until you're 24. You're not adult. You're not an adult till you're 24. So, I think, yeah, you need to form it soon. But if you do it too soon, as that person said, they burn out, and you end up losing them because they're just not interested anymore.